folks, welcome to a little Pubchat hangout action here tonight on Shills Live. How's it going, Dunk?
It's been a strange week.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best in more than one way.
No, it's very, very strange.
Yeah.
What can you say? Disasters in Nepal that look like some kind of shitty Hollywood movie. Dolly,
Yeah.
dear old Dolly, and Tim.
Yeah, Tim as well. Yep.
And also we also got some other news.
Yeah. Our moderator, Jose, y'all know Jose, everybody that's here so far, he passed away.
Yeah, I didn't read that on CNN.
Yeah, no, you didn't. But yeah, that's a thing, and that sucks.
Yeah. So I'm sure. I mean, Jose used to love being in the chat, and he used to love watching their shows. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want us to be fucking miserable for the next 2 hours.
No.
So I'm going to take my little sippy glass, drink to Jose. God bless you, son.
Yes.
Journey well.
Yeah, very much so. We coming up as soon as we can, we might have a little, hang out in the Discord or something, and get drunk. And
I mean, he's had a shitty month as well. Face planting in a car and all that kind of shit. And being in the hospital. I mean, I'm not too sure if any of those injuries led to his demise, but he wasn't a particularly well person.
No,
in the first place. But to have that like shit dump on him as well was not good. So God bless you, son. Anyway, God bless you.
Exactly.
Well, whoever I say God, whoever it is.
Yeah, we say that in that way, right?
Yeah. It could be Zeus. It could be Valhalla.
Yeah.
It could be Thor. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, it was a real shit thing to hear. We're trying today YouTube's new thing. You see, YouTube did this thing to us where they would let us do the stream vertical, but they would crop it. And you see the way our screen is horizontally laid out, they would crop the middle, which is useless to us. They finally let us put our own vertical feed in. So if you're scrolling through the shorts, you might find this show because it's in the vertical YouTube feed as well. We don't really know what that means, but YouTube really wants us to do it, so we're giving it a shot.
Everybody loves a short that's 2 hours long.
Yeah, I just don't understand, But
I mean, that's the thing. Are people's like, it's because sometimes it's just quite interesting to hit the shorts, tab and see what's going on out there. And you're gonna hit it, and you see all these. You will see shorts, and I don't mean the ones you wear, just shortened videos. And then all of a sudden, there's going to be this one. It just doesn't seem to fucking end.
Yeah,
what's going on? What kind of a short is this?
Yeah, it's a strange thing. We'll see. For all we know, it's going to be a very bad idea, but who knows, right?
It sounds like it.
But we have this vertical layout all done in our streaming software so that we can start putting it on Instagram and a few other places as well, because some people don't seem to want to turn their phone sideways. I don't get it either, but it's a thing,
Well, it's kind of like pretty simple actually. It's just easier to hold a phone in portrait than it is in landscape.
I get that, and there's times when portrait is better because we have portrait photography. I mean, it's not a new thing, but you know what I mean? When you're out in the world and you're like, holy shit, I got to get that on video. Just rotate it. Fucking rotate it.
Yeah, It is an odd one.
You know, I do get one thing that sucks is the YouTube interface is clearly designed for vertical, because as soon as you turn your screen horizontal on a phone to try to do it, it's stupid. They should have the thumbnail on the left and the thing, and it could actually be done properly, but they don't. And so I'm always twisting the damn thing back and forth, you know. I go up for a cigarette. I got a little stand that I put my my phone in. I got it right here, actually. It's a Wii U holder. It's great for a phone. And so I go outside. I sit down at my little table under the gazebo, and I have it in my hand, and I scroll, and I find what I'm going to watch, and I twist it sideways, put it in the holder. Video ends. I got to pick it up, do that. Like it screams, just get a tablet, you idiot. But, you know.
Yeah, get iPad.
Yeah, exactly. I really should, you know. But still, just please, horizontal video, folks. Come on. You know?
Yeah. It's very bizarre how people have. I mean, you know, for years and years and years, you know, going to the cinema, we always wanted widescreen. Give us wider screen, wider, bigger, wider screen. Yeah. No one's actually gone to the cinema and said, "Could you make it taller?"
Yeah. Does the screen rotate? Because I was hoping to see TikTok for 2 hours. You know.
I want to see the new John Wayne film, but in 2.2.3 vertical video.
Yeah, I'm sorry, son, but that wouldn't even fit his hat. Oh, that's funny. Who is it? Somebody just said in the chat they're going to take a swim in Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
What a stupid fucker. I'm gonna call it Lake America. I mean, he's so fucking unoriginal.
Yeah.
America, USA, the Gulf of USA. I'm surprised he hasn't called it Trump Lake.
Yeah.
You know, that's the three things he can think of to name something.
Yeah.
Like Trump Tower.
For God's sakes.
He should have called it the Arnold Palmer erection.
I wonder when he's going to open the Arnold Palmer's. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. There was a funny reply here from Prime Minister Carney up in Canada here as well. He says, look, the name Lake Ontario comes from the Wendat word Ontario, which appropriately means the lake is beautiful, lake is big.
It's big and beautiful.
Yeah, it's been around.
Like Dolly Parton.
Yeah, exactly. But it's only one lake. But the name is more than 400 years old, so on and whatnot. I mean, you know, Trump just like, I'm changing that name because I want to spite and slight Canada. Just such a child. Oh.
He's a fucking idiot. Oh. I mean, the thing is, he's putting all these tariffs on Canadian exports.
Yeah,
and one of the funniest things is he's putting tariffs on aluminium. Mm-hmm. That's the proper way to say it. He's putting all these tariffs on aluminium, and then saying America needs aluminium. We don't produce it. It only comes from Canada. We need it. So why are you putting fucking tariffs on it, you numpty?
Yeah, and he mentions cars. Well, as soon as he did that, Ford, GM, and everybody just went, what the fuck are you doing now, idiot? You know?
Oil.
Yeah. I mean, if you go, hold on a second here. Let me get the date right.
It's 2026, yeah. You are right.
Hold on here. Just a second here. Okay, so yes, the whole integration of the North American automotive sector goes back to at least, at a bare minimum, 1969, but it's way earlier than that. But this is a great example because in 1969, if you were getting a Ford, you could get it with the 351, which is cubic inches size of the engine, Cleveland engine. Now that's an American city. Or you could get the 351 Windsor, which is in Ontario, Canada. This is how long the automotive sector's been tied together, and it goes back further and further and further. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got all that information from Joe Pesci's girlfriend.
Yeah, you know. But
you want a 351? You want 351?
Yeah.
The Chevy 351?
You know, but and they had it named after a Canadian city, right?
Well, we'll change that.
Oh yeah. They'll probably have to, take that out of the annals of history.
Yeah. So when Trump invades Canada, he's just going to say, "Well, we'll name that city Trump Town. That one's called Trump City. That's City of America. The U.S. City of U.S. and Trump. Some shitty town they'll call it Melania."
Yeah, no, see, we're actually going to do this the other way around up here. So there used to be this place, we now call it Southern British Columbia, but it was California, I think it was called. Yeah. And
Twatland.
Yeah. Southern Saskatchewan is now called Montana. That other maritime province, that's Maine, The
other thing that made me laugh was telling Canada to cut down on all your Frenchiness.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just stop all that.
Yeah.
And we can talk.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you on about?
The whole thing with Quebec and language and culture is such a touchy issue in Canadian politics. It's not funny. And in Quebec, they've done 2 referendums now to secede and leave Canada. And he starts going, no, just get rid of that French stuff and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I saw a statement by some minister in Canada called Pierre something Champagne.
Okay.
You cannot get more French than that.
Yeah.
If it was Pierre Fiat Baguette Champagne, that's about as French as you could possibly be.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying, no, Fiat's French. No, Citroen, not Fiat. That's Italian, idiot.
Yeah. And I mean, French isn't that huge of a language to all of Canada, but there's some parts of Ontario, a few parts in the Maritimes, and Quebec itself. It's still decent, but every time our prime minister speaks, he says it in English and then says it in French. And if he's talking to French media, it's the other way around and blah, blah, blah. Like you got to be a bilingual dude or chick to be up in the top echelons of Canadian politics. It's the only way it works, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, But
and they're even more French than the French.
Yeah.
Even the French are saying, lighten up a bit.
Yeah. But and it's funny. You go to like CNN's story when they first broke that he was signing the thing saying, "Yup, it's the Lake of Ontario or Canada or America, whatever the fuck." All the comments were, "This is so embarrassing. How is this keeping the cost of my gasoline down?" And blah blah. Like people, even your average. I'm not a Democrat or Republican swing voter has just had it at this point, right?
Yeah.
You watch those Harry Enton segments on CNN, and it's 38%, 34%, 32%, 30%. Like Trump is going to owe percent soon. He's going to have no percent.
I posted one of his videos in the chat because I'm pretty sure he just did it as a little love letter to you because I know how much you love his his display. I mean, there was another thing as well.
He's that kid in school who displays his math report card like a peacock, except it's all wrong.
Yeah. Probably explaining why he shouldn't have got a C- and he should have got an A+.
Yeah.
And he'll convince the teachers.
Yeah. Biased teacher, conflicted,
Yeah. Oh, there was this thing where I've heard that, in the run up to the midterms, that Trump is going to start making some videos talking about promoting himself, talking about all the great things he's done, and they're going to run this as part of the midterm campaign of all the brilliant things that he has achieved during his that's going to be a short.
Who's going to produce it? Diddy or whatever, or the fucking Tate brothers? I mean, what?
The same people that were behind Nomi. What's her name? Forgot her name now. Nomi Campbell. Nomi
Killer.
Puppy Killer. Yeah. That media company would probably do it. But
but for billions of dollars.
But he's convinced that him just like standing on a podium talking bullshit, is going to convince people to vote Republican.
Did you see that clip, Dunk, where he was like, "Look, y'all got to pretend that I'm on the ballot, please." And he was like, begging the Republicans, just vote for us. It doesn't matter who it is, as long as they're a Republican, vote for them.
Well, that's where this whole story comes from. Is he just basically wants to be recognized as the name on the ballot, even though he isn't.
Yeah. What the hell? That's not how it works, you freaking moron.
No. Well, it does in a dictatorship, doesn't it?
Yes. Right. Vote Vlad.
Vote Putin.
Yeah.
Put Putin on the fucking ballot paper. You probably get more votes on his.
Yeah. Speaking of going east there, did I hear correct that Ukraine gave the Medal of Freedom or something to Elon fucking Musk?
I've not heard that.
Is this a thing?
Maybe for the freedom to roam the front lines as much as he likes.
Yeah.
Just go that. Just keep going, walking that way, Elon.
Yeah. No. Keep the Russian flag on your back, Elon. Yeah. It'll protect you.
Yeah, you don't need a hat. You'll be all right.
Yeah, Darpat says, because of Starlink. Oh, so this is basically like FIFA. They're just doing a FIFA where they're appeasing Trump. Well, now they're doing it with Musk. Like, here, you're great. Just don't turn that shit off, motherfucker. Right?
Yeah,
that's what's going on here, right?
Yeah, because that's what he has done in the past.
Yeah.
He hasn't exactly been very faithful towards the Ukrainian people.
No, not at all, because they're not right-wing enough, right? If they didn't get rid of the old Russian corruption and fight it as hard as they have, Elon would like Ukraine. That's the weird irony of the situation.
Well, maybe Elon heard that Ukraine was full of Nazis, and when he found out the truth that that doesn't exist, then that's when he decided to change his mind. And there's no Nazis there. It's not fair.
Yeah,
I'll take away my toys.
Oh, I'd love to have a one-on-one conversation with Elon Musk on how he should definitely let Ukraine use whatever they need bandwidth-wise and gear-wise for free. A very private, locked in a room that is sound deadened.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a conversation, is it?
Not really.
No.
I'll speak with my hands.
Oh, that fatty flesh your fist will bounce off of.
Oh.
At least it won't hurt.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't need to wear gloves at first, And if you don't go too hard in the beginning and bruise him up good so he fattens up some, then you're all right. You can keep going, right? You got to know how to do this,
Smash his face with the love glove. The ice electrified one.
Yeah. See this Louisville Slugger? It's ribbed for your.
So I've turned it inside out, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, there's others saying though, no, this isn't truly real news with Ukraine, and this is the thing. I hadn't seen that, right? So I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there was another story I saw about a lot of news sites are kind of preventing, AI LLM scraping of their sites. So what's happened now is a lot of new websites are springing up left, right, and center with absolute bollocks in them. Yeah, lies, about Palestine and Ukraine or whatever. They're just making these websites and leaving them totally open for the AI to scrape.
Yeah,
and so when people ask the questions in Google AI or whatever, they're getting these results.
Yeah. You can seriously poison it to your needs without that much effort compared to what it would have took, days gone by. You can really manipulate what's going on. The AI thing, it's funny. Because in some instances, that little AI response thing can be really helpful and handy. But in so many instances where you need real information that matters, it's a poisoned joke at best.
Yeah, I got
people are gaming it,
I've got a feeling we've seen the best of moments of AI, Chat GPT or whatever. And unless they can figure out a way to clean up their act and not allow this shit to happen and poison their own data. I think that bubble's already gone now.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get to AI 2.0 coming up, and I think it's going to resemble Apple's strategy a bit more. With the new iOS and iPad OS and Apple Intelligence and the way it really works together, and it knows you a lot better than these online chatbots ever could because it's in the Apple ecosystem, blah, blah, and whatnot. And some of the examples, if it works in the real world the way they're showing, it's finally AI for a decent reason. It can look through your contacts and see, this would be this and this. So, did you want to set an appointment? And it can be so much smarter than it was before with all these little interactions between the apps because you have something that is kind of smart in between. It looks like what I would consider finally useful for more than just the odd task. Not sure I'm a person that would want it very often, but a few of the examples were really interesting and far better than, for make things easier for me to do things in my digital life. This version of AI seems better. Am I making sense?
Who cares? This day and age, nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
I tell you what makes sense is clear out all the data centers because get rid of all the servers because they're using up way too much energy and water. Replace them with incubators and beds, so you just have a breeding program of humans. Fill the data centers with humans who know how to read and know stuff. So when you're doing an AI search, it just literally goes to an actual person.
Yeah,
and they will answer with a real reply. You can have millions and millions of people. I mean, America's already started it with all their little concentration camps. The ice centers. So just turn that into a data center.
Yeah. It'd be just like the early days of OnStar when you push the button and actually talk to somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Jeremy Clarkson in the Lexus LFA car. This was way back, like 15 years, 17 years ago. And he hit the button to input a destination in the car. And a woman from a call center started talking to him. And she said, "Where do you want to go?" And he was like, "What? So I'm just going to tell you and you're going to put it on the screen in the car?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's easier than typing it in." And that's their system. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Well, it's also, you look back in the olden days, it seemed to be an awful lot easier to talk to God.
Yeah.
Now you're in a queue.
Yeah.
You are caller 1092 in the queue. Please hold on. Your call matters to us. We'll be with you as soon as possible.
But better to be on hold than be touched inappropriately while you're in line to light a candle or something, you know.
That's too Catholic.
Yeah. This AI bubble and investment and everything and this crazy race, and you got some real rich people and their tax end of year balance sheets, blah blah or whatever. You got quite a few of these people doing huge write downs because of billions and billions being invested in AI, and there's not barely a return to be found yet.
No.
With all the people that are paying monthly to access AI to play with thumbnails and all that kind of stuff and other things and blah, blah, nobody's even close to making any real money.
Tell you what, something that's kind of interesting, but also redonkulously boring at the same time, is that in my visual effects world, when I'm, working, I use this, this system called Nuke. Now, the company that runs or sort of develops that software is called The Foundry.
Right.
Their YouTube channel over the past few months has done nothing but talk about using integrated AI into their software.
Oh no!
Literally nothing else, and that scares me because it's like,
do you think
I can't follow this shit?
Well, here the other side of the coin is, even if they make the tools easy enough to use, so blah blah and this and that or whatnot. Do you think because the news is going through the industry to such a degree that you'll have, shot producers and blah, blah, and the people that you send footage to and whatnot, just expecting you to triple your output now and bullshit like that?
Yeah. Or more likely, you'll end up with a different kind of class of visual effects generalist.
Right. Who fake frames in gaming, right?
Yeah. They can't do CG. They can't do your typical visual effects 2D work, but they know AI.
Yeah.
Because you have to be, if you're going to do it, you have to be balls deep and spend a lot of time learning and figuring out how to do it.
And there's also so many things, like I can't imagine how many little tricks and stuff, like you look at a scene and go, oh yeah, because you see how this is and this is, you approach it like this and so on. These kinds of people that rise from the new era, if they don't have the right not coaching, but managing and, handing of the torch and a little bit of teaching in the background, they're not going to know any of that shit. Right?
No, they're not going to, you'll have no axe makers or make stone arrowheads anymore. I mean, this it's like you know, the last past couple of days, I've been doing some. I wouldn't say they were cool shots, but to get what I needed, I was using some neat little tricks that I've developed over the years.
Hey, anybody who can make Russell Crowe look like he has 2 testicles is doing an impressive job.
No, they're called eyeballs.
Oh, right. I always do that.
Yeah, you know, I say, you know, I've been doing some cool stuff, but that's without the AI, and it could you could end up with a point where the people like me will be non-existent, and you'll just have AI people, and they go, "Oh, I don't know how to do that."
Yeah. You know, I
don't know how to get around that. Yeah.
I mean, even you, Dunk, you come from the days of making models and miniatures and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And transition to digital. How many people are only digital? And even then, they miss certain things like, to make something look like it steps with weight, you got to do this or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They don't know that.
I do see a lot of that with the young crowd.
Yeah,
coming along, and there's a lot of them. I just put this out. There's a lot of new young people in visual effects, and they're all following this dream. And you know, it might all be smashed in front of their eyes before they know it.
Yeah,
or force themselves to go down to the AI route. Otherwise, they'll just get left on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you'll probably find that you don't need production companies, or visual effects companies. You'll just go to an individual. A lot of people could get cut out of the process.
Yeah, too many,
you don't need coordinators. You don't need this. You don't need that. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that would be good. What's this phone book issue or something? And
what phone book?
Oh, there's just that's somebody's getting their messages wiped out in the live chat, and I'm trying to figure out why. But I didn't catch what's going on, so I don't know. Maybe a bot or something, or I don't know. Whatever. Sorry.
Leave it alone, Liam. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Hey, earlier here, I wish I would have caught it at the time, but Liam Wakefield, moderator in the chat there, had come in with a good one too. Member message, hearts for Jose there, and just like Jose always put in the chat, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're going to have to do that now.
Yeah.
He was the one that was doing it. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need a new Jose who's going to remind us every single show.
Wow, that sucks. Yeah, well, we'll have to have a Discord open hangout coming up. I don't know, a couple of days or something. Try to figure something out. Let's see here. Lake America. Jesus Christ.
Oh, so lame.
And I do like, though, that Canada's almost ready to announce, Carney should be doing it any moment now, that we have renamed Lake Michigan to Lake Epstein. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just rename Washington to Epstein City.
Yeah.
In the district of Pedo land.
Yeah. With everything he wraps in gold, another predator's name is redacted. I think that's how this works.
Like, so sick of it.
Yeah. But like we were saying, Dunk, I keep watching these polls and stuff. If these people are truly asking average Americans and, not calling to where they think they'll get the results they want in some bias type polling, but if they're right, Trump seems to be hitting like 30% approval ratings in some areas right now. It's unbelievable, you know?
Didn't he get some judgment come through about his mail-in ballots that was in his favor?
Yeah. Yeah, the post office is somehow going to be responsible for ensuring that you are on the list as a registered mail-in voter, or they won't forward your mail-in ballot along to be counted. The post office can barely get your letters to your house. There's no way they are in any way equipped to do this. And I think that's part of the game. This will just be a nightmare. Everything will come to a complete standstill halt because they have no way to do this and still do their jobs effectively. So it'll have to get piled up and all these votes will get not in time. And I think this is pretty much like strategy on purpose to fuck it up. But
it does realize that Republicans also use mail-in votes
more than Democrats, actually, and Trump himself does. So,
that'd be ironic if his vote got lost.
But maybe Trump's voter lists for the Postal Service will be printed with all the Republicans first, so that they get through quicker. Right? There's gamemanship here for sure. And I do believe that the slowness reputation of the United States Postal Service is part of it, right? That's what I figure. Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of attorney generals and stuff suing and so on and blah, blah, because everybody knows there's no chance in hell this could be pulled off, right? There's no way. No way. And Trump will be threatening the post office with, you don't get any funding if you don't fucking get this and blah, blah. It'll just be a nightmare, right? It's like dealing with a mobster baby.
Yeah. baby mobster.
Yeah,
baby mobster.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Same with the tariff thing with Canada and a few other places and whatnot. I do have this the thought hit me. What if this isn't some kind of bully tactic for negotiation of trade? Because this is the third time in how many years now? The second time in a year and a half, 2 years or whatever with this idiot. But they had all kinds of tariffs. And that was helping to offset the tax credits that all the rich got. And then the deficit's gone up. So you lay out some more tariffs. Even if you're going to have to refund them, at least it brings a bunch of money back into the coffers before the midterms. So you don't have like a shutdown position or something looming yet again. I wonder if this isn't actually like a sleazy businessman cooking the books to keep things going as he waits for a mob loan, so to speak, or whatever, right?
Well, I mean, the way I'm seeing it, and I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again. It's almost like he's realized that a world in absolute chaos and fear and terror is the best kind of world to make a shit ton of money from.
Yeah.
Not an affluent world. You just like sink everything to the fucking ground.
Yep.
And then just pick the bones and just make yourself insanely rich and tell everyone to fuck off and don't care.
Yeah. I bet there's a lot more grifts that we don't hear about right now, but that are related to people that bought meme coins and blah, blah, and whatnot. And there's contracts being given out and so on. But because everybody's focused on this big stuff, that stuff's just slipping through.
Yeah, but I bet you things like him just like saying that he's going to invade Greenland. There's probably a lot going on in the background.
Well, they sent the piping equipment, so that's right. There's a huge lot going on there. There's money involved for sure.
Exactly. And I think there's going to be more wars. It's going to get a lot worse. November, you might as well just kiss that goodbye at the minute. Something's going to happen where he's going to prevent the fucking midterms.
Even if that little blonde bitch is running around with a printer printing him things that say, look, everybody loves you, sir, and blah, blah, there must be, because he does participate in social media. You can tell there's times when he's just losing it versus the more controlled somebody, that blonde idiot or whatever rewrote it for him, right? Those moments, I lost myself for a second there. Shit, lost myself. Damn it.
Lost your train of thought.
Yeah. There a lot obviously is the Project 2025 playbook, but there's some petty grievance shit that drives him as well. Like Greenland. Greenland, the people land with the pipes and stuff. They're like, we're drilling here. No, the fuck you're not. Was there some backdoor deal where he was literally supposed to gain control of Greenland to just give up the oil to somebody? And like you just don't. It's all grift. He's just the worst,
Yeah, I'd imagine the people who are behind Project 2025. I was like looking and saying, Mr. President, you've gone beyond the script.
Yeah,
you're riffing now. You're just you're just making shit up. This is not the plan. I don't care. I'm just going for it.
Yeah, it's Miller's in the background. Somebody give that fucking guy a Valium and I'll write his next speech. All right,
It's going to be like Silo all over again.
Yeah, kind of, right? Oh, what a great season this one is. Speaking of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's.
Well, again, it's just like the fucking Roman Empire. Yeah, even a Silo, he says it's a great. It's just the fucking Roman Empire. You kill that person to get that person in charge, and then they're not dead, but but I'll kill them anyway, and then they'll kill the other people that might be involved in. It's just
but there's
killing everybody to.
Yeah, but it's the overarching, slowly getting to why and how and what led up. Like I like what they're doing with that.
I wasn't actually talking about Silo. Just making the fucking comparison.
See? Yeah. It's exactly
History has shown us all this stuff before.
Yeah, and all of this will happen again.
Well, not in my lifetime.
Yeah, I didn't get the hot, sexy robot girl, so no Battlestar Galactica ending for me.
Oh, I thought you meant Printer Girl.
Oh, yeah, she's a Cylon. Okay, yeah, now we got it.
And only he can see her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's gone mad like Baltar.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that everybody else can see her too.
Yeah.
You see her as well?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. President.
Yeah, we saw her chasing your golf cart the other day.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, wow, man.
Oh, they didn't have an extra golf. He owns the fucking golf club. And somehow they didn't have a golf cart to put her in. Yeah. So she just had to run along and follow him.
Yeah.
It's almost like
carrying an HP laser printer,
It's almost like he's taking the piss out of her. He's he doesn't like her, doesn't respect her. He's just abusing her like
everyone else.
Everybody else is it's funny. I'll make her run.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He's just like the ice cream man in the 70s, right? He'd drive that extra block just to make you run for it, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna rename her Lake America.
Man, there's something like, what is it with this guy and the young blondes, man? You know?
Yeah.
You know, if he would just hire one girl that looks like her last job was in a laundromat, he would have a bit more credibility, you know? You know, like a chick that did 8 years of roller derby, you know?
Yeah. Well, like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, like, okay, I guess, you know? Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene has that complexion that you could, you know, make a handbag out of afterwards.
Yeah,
right?
but thing is, this is why I stick up where I stick up for her, because she hasn't gone through all the plastic surgery. She hasn't done all that. She's stayed natural.
But she's done so much tanning booth. She looks like an alligator in a woman's suit. You know,
well, where she fucking lives? She probably hasn't been in tanning booths. That's just the natural sunlight of where she lives. But you know, I'll stick up for her for that. If nothing else. Yeah, just grow old gracefully, like, you know.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
something in America that they just don't like doing. No, nobody seems to like just growing old gracefully. They have to have a little tuck and trim and a little bit of Botox here and that. You know, just everybody's at it.
Yeah, I don't do that. You know,
well, unless you're a redneck farmer, of course. You know, yeah, not going in for Botox.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you still got teeth.
Yeah. What do you mean, shave my nose? I braid it. You know. But maybe they're onto something, you know. You get that old farmer guy and nobody's trimming ears or anything, and you got this whole thing where there's like a family of lemurs living in it or something, but you know, I guess it's filter so you don't end up with grain in your ear or something. I don't know.
They talked about me getting a Brazilian. I thought they meant my nuts.
One thing I don't get. How many people? Yeah, well, this is one of those things about, like, you know, cowboys and rednecks and stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was younger, you know, in the 80s, there was a lot of 80s rock.
1880s.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it feels that way, but there was a lot of rock and rollers back in the mid to late 80s that would be wearing cowboy boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tried a pair on once. And then I was at a store and I tried on like 5 or 6 pairs of cowboy boots, and that whole pointy toe and whatnot thing going on there. There's not a pair that are comfortable. So
I don't know about that.
I've never found a pair. Like, I've found boots that are like kind of like cowboy boots, but a more square toe and a bit more, maybe a tad fashionable or something. But basically, they're kind of a cowboy boot. They're more comfortable just because they're bigger. But cowboy boots are all about that, you know, get your foot pointy, in this. Yeah, you know, and I can't understand. To be able to wear cowboy boots, you must be uncomfortable for at least 6 to 9 months wearing them before you get used to it or bend your feet or what. I don't get it, you know. Why the hell do people wear those things unless they need to? You know, it's just awful.
Oh, I had a few years of wearing cowboy boots and, you know, with the jeans over the top, shall I point out, not tucked in. Yeah, I found them really, really comfy. But the thing is, They were like, just like fashion ones. They weren't like, bought from America.
Yeah.
And they always like end up splitting, at the sole, where your feet, just the leather, just like, just separates from the sole, and you just let your foot starts like that. But I really liked them, And, and of course they got the heels, so it made me taller. So
I never needed that. But yeah, I always found cowboy boots like wearing steel toe boots just to get around. Like, I get, I guess a pair of Doc Martens or whatever and blah, blah, but I remember there was the thing where everybody wore work boots for a time. I didn't understand that either. What? Cowboy boots. I just, there was no way I was going to do that to my feet. It was insane. Very strange.
I've been buying the same pair of shoes for like, I don't know how long now.
I've tried that, but
10, 12 years.
And I can't do it. Yeah.
No, I get these Longsdale.
Wearing like moccasin like slippers that you can wear outside kind of deals.
No, they're I think they're like boxing shoes or whatever. I think, it doesn't matter. They're just like fucking trainers. You know what I mean? They're given a specific name or a sparring shoe or something. And I bought them once. They worked, didn't fall apart, and my feet didn't stink in them. And so I just bought the same fucking ones. When they get worn out, just go and get another pair.
Yeah,
and I must have gone through about 8 pairs maybe over the years.
Wow.
But that's it. That's my shoe. I'm like a fucking horse. Just nail it on.
Yeah. I have to watch. I've stubbed both my big toes so many times, the toenail's a little bit fucked up. And if I don't have like a proper piece of suede or leather over the toe where my toenail's going to end up touching sometimes, it'll rip through the thin fabrics and it's just a waste of a shoe. The rest of it's still almost brand new, That's annoying as hell. But you can't just file it off because then you don't have a nail. What are you going to do?
Just pull it out.
I guess I should have been wearing cowboy boots, right? Because then I would have been more protected.
Oh, pointy.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I have to make sure I get those. They have like, I'm not going to run around and get them, but I'm picky about shoes because of that. It's funny.
I did have those soppy boots in the 80s, which were like, it's like, I say, your Duran fans would have worn. They became very, very popular, soft, big boots, and they were just everywhere.
Sounds like you were walking around in marshmallows.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, they were really fucking comfortable, but grew up looking like a twat.
That's funny. Yeah, I remember my one buddy in the neighborhood when we were like, I don't know, 11, 12 or whatever, was all about the trends. And he showed up at school one year, I guess it was grade 6 or whatever, and he must have had like 70 zippers on his fucking pants. Yeah. I had no idea this was a thing, right? I was too busy, sitting in my basement playing guitar, smoking pot. And I just couldn't get my head around it. And I made a joke and a few people are like, no, man, those are really cool. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it.
That's like the cargo pants that, if you were, parachuting in to Normandy on D-Day, they probably made a lot of sense. But when you got like 12,000 pockets on your trousers and you can't find your fucking lighter because it's in one of them somewhere.
Yeah. Everything he listened to on his Walkman was Herbie Hancock Rocket. whatever it was at the time. I can't remember. It would have been earlier than that, but you know, right? He was all like living that breakdancing life at the time. I think for like a month or something, right? And then he probably, whatever. He was a funny guy. He was the guy who in grade 8 showed up looking like full on Don Johnson from Miami Vice. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
It is funny. I've seen photographs of people on Facebook. They'll post their photographs of them from the past, you know, when
they looked like they were from Glass Tiger or whatever.
When they literally thought they looked like Don Johnson.
Yeah.
And they don't.
No.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like
that's your dad's blazer, and you're wearing a T-shirt.
No,
you know,
even when you go out and buy the stuff that Don Johnson would wear, you still don't look like him in any way, shape, or form. You just like, you know, you're a skinny little runt. The stuff's just hanging off you. Barely.
yeah. You are not fly for a white guy, you know.
But we all did that back in the day, you know.
But that whole Don Johnson look, when you bought it off the rack and then grew into it over the school year, it didn't work. You know?
Yeah. Well, especially when you're 62 and you're still teaching at the school and still wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the cool geography teacher who thinks he's, you know, turns up in a Ferrari.
Yeah. God,
Jumps out without opening the doors. You know the kind.
I remember back. I think I was in grade 6 or 7, and the teacher we had that year, who was also the science teacher or whatever, I can't remember his name now. He had like a Skoda or something, a European car that you never see anywhere in Canada, you know? And he was the teacher where every time, like, you know, you had 5 minutes between class or whatever, right? Every time you walked into his classroom, the window beside his desk was open and you could smell tobacco. You know?
And not just tobacco.
Yeah. He always snicking a smoke and probably a little puff, right? You know?
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, you could always tell with the teachers that had those strange European cars that nobody else had.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I had an English teacher like that. I missed dearly. We kept in contact for a while after I left school, and because he was just interested in what I was doing and stuff like that. But you know, he was a really nice guy. I miss him terribly.
Yeah,
and he drove a strange European car, VW, I think it was.
Yeah, we had
French, but not the normal kind of VWs.
Yeah,
just one. I can't remember which kind it was, but it it I've never seen one of those.
Like before. A Sirocco in the early days or something, right? You know. Yeah, we had the cool French teacher chick that had the Alfa Romeo Spider. You know, that was cool. Oh yeah, and I can only imagine in the area we lived how brutally ripped off every mechanic was in helping her with that car, right?
Right.
Oh, totally. You know, I bet she got ripped off all the time. And it's just a 4-cylinder car. Like, it's no big deal, you know? Just harder to order the parts, you know? But yeah, cool car, though.
Cool teacher.
Yeah. God, man, went out today to jump in my car and do a store run quick a couple hours before we started the show here. And holy shit, the wind shifted from the fire close to me and there was chunks of ash on my car like that fucking big, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Just like a week before all this fire stuff went down, I had given my car a really good wash, and then I gave it a clay rub and a compound buff and polish and like 2 coats of really good, thick, nice wax. So Hopefully it's protected, you know?
Yeah, because say now who's looking like an idiot for spending all that time?
No, but at least it's protected because of all the wax, right? I should be able to just bring it back, not too hard after, you know? I haven't wiped it or anything. I just, you know, let the wind blow it off. I mean, you know.
Just drive it.
Yeah. You know. And I do that Rain-X treatment to my windshield and all my windows and my lights and mirrors and all that stuff. So, you know, when I do the little squirty squirt to do the windshield because of the ash, it's like boom, boom, done. Perfect. It just beads off. Oh, yeah, that does help. If you've never tried that stuff, people, that Rain-X treatment for your windshield, I do all the windows, the lights, mirrors, everything. It's unbelievable. Holy shit, is that stuff good? I always find myself driving along and I notice other people have their wipers on and it wasn't bugging me at all because it just beads, right? It's so good. Yeah, they should be sponsoring us, PJ. Fuck, you know. Yeah, I want a lift and a garage and the whole bit, you know, right away. Come on. Wouldn't it be amazing to have your own lift to do your shit? Oh my God. That'd be so good.
Yeah, but I want to do the work.
That's true, you know. But if you had your own lift, you could probably hire somebody in the neighborhood like you do to get your lawn mowed or whatever, you know.
I would get a lift. I would lift the car up, spray it with some anti-rust treatment, put it back down, and probably not use it again for another year till I go back in and do it again.
Yeah,
that's about how much I would use it.
Yeah. Just answering a thing here. Sweet in the chat was saying, hey, you know, what do you deal with like those foggy car lights? You can get some kits. They come with these cool little discs for your drill or whatever. And it's like buffing your car like a detailer. And you just go from a heavy grit to a lighter or finer. And by the time you're done, and it'll last for a good few years, but it'll come back quicker than it did the first time. It's just the nature of plastic. It's micro cracks and little scratches and stuff, right? It sucks. I really, really, really wish we still got glass headlights, you know?
Yeah, and they made those shit so expensive as well.
Yeah. Yeah, these new ones, all this, you know, it could be $300 or $400 to get a goddamn chunk of plastic headlight. You know, come on, you know?
Yeah, I saw a video about this a while back, and there was a guy just like with his like one of those like round Lucas headlights.
Yeah.
That was $12.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
this is $350.
Yeah, you know. And some of these really new ones on the newest cars, they plug into connections that are to the computer, and the computer has to talk to them first. And oh my God, is it getting stupid?
Hello, computer.
Yeah. You know, I would never own a car that wouldn't let me change the headlight without the computer software to talk to the car and say, yes, it's working okay. There's no fucking way. No way.
Well, I mean, you saw 2001. You know what happens when you try to change out a component. Oh, shit breaks loose and people die.
Yeah. Exactly, right? Next thing you know, my trunk is full of stars, you know?
I'm sorry, Dave. you can't change that component because it hasn't failed yet.
Yeah. Hey, Mexi Girl's got a great shout out there, direct on the Ko-fi donations as well. This is a good one. Raising a glass to Jose. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
I agree. Everybody raise a glass to our dear lost I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I was going to say, because you could have before in life used that, right? But our dear lost moderator, Jose.
Comanchero.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. Of all things, why did that come out of my fucking mouth, you know? Yeah.
That's because you're a rusky bot.
Yeah, shit, man. This is sad news indeed. Oh. So, I got to remember after we're done here, I have to post events for tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll just end up drinking all night and forget.
Again.
I wonder if the Shills channel gets to do this stream vertical with the stream key instead of their stupid crop thing. Or did they only give this to Shills Live so far? Wouldn't that be funny? Only give it to the smaller channel?
I'm sure they're not trying to help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They've never done that, you know. Actually, YouTube was really nice to the Shills for the first 3 months. And then once we were monetized and all the streams got demonetized, they were like, oh, okay. And it's pretty much just been a hate-filled relationship ever since. I don't get it with YouTube. What is wrong with being an adult show? I mean, we live in the era where we had Game of Thrones and all of these, butt sexy shows and stuff. And you get worried because we say fuck a few times.
Yeah, but other people get away with that. I think they just don't like us.
Yeah, it's probably personal.
Yeah, they just don't like you.
No, they think your AI is the problem, They think I'm talking to myself. They think it's PJ CNET just typing away, doing AI stuff in the background.
Look, I may be A, but I'm not I. There is zero claim of intelligence behind this character.
I got your artificial. I don't know about this intelligence thing. Here, I'm just filling a rolling paper here. I'm making a mess. God, no wonder I go through keyboards so fast. All these little sticky crumbs just go in.
You're not supposed to use a keyboard. You're supposed to use it like an album.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot, actually.
Or at least a CD.
Oh, yeah. When you go to the thrift store and you're shopping for records, how many of those fold-out double records still have cocaine or hash residue on them,
Yeah, it's just like, do you lick them and then go, 3 weeks out. I'm tracking this drug dealer.
Yeah.
It's still warm.
yeah. Tastes like a disco party from 1978.
Yeah, all those scratch and sniff albums.
But yeah, I mean, I remember many times sitting around, you'd grab like a eighth of weed or whatever and just fold out a record and just sit there and bust it all up and start rolling joints and filling pipes, and it would all just sit in the fold,
Thing is, if you're going to go to a thrift store, you got to buy the right albums. There's no point buying a double album of Tchaikovsky to find crumbs of drugs in there. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. No.
Steam engines from the past to present.
That's funny. Well, if it was a fold out record about steam engines in the UK, depending on the era, you might find heroin residue.
Well, my dad had one of those albums, and I guarantee you he didn't take heroin.
No, but Train Spotting, there's got to be.
I see where you make the connection.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of drug connection with the train somewhere, right?
Although my dad did like going to raves, so that's
yeah. Not much for heroin, but ecstasy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he found out in his 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand the music, but she sure moves well to it.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can never forget the day my dad said to me when was it? Probably been like a 2000s, maybe in the 90s, but I think it was like in the 2000s. My dad said, we were just like, chatting, and he says, "Oh, I've never really understood this like modern music, like the Beatles."
Yeah.
Dad, that was 40
funny.
years ago. That was 40 years ago.
Yeah. You kids and your Elvis and
although he bought there was a thing, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It became as like a smash hit in the #1 singles chart, and it was a track called "Hooked on Classics."
Okay, I know what you're talking about actually. Yep.
And it just basically took like little mini bits of classical music, but it had a thumping drum beat behind it.
Right.
Just, I mean, I say a thumping drum beat. It was the same drum beat. Yeah, nothing changed. It was just dum 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 dum, and they put it to classical music, so my dad ended up buying anything
Hooked
on classics. And he had albums of this fucking shit of just classical music with a drum beat behind it. It's about as close he got to being a DJ.
Yeah.
You can possibly get. You're gonna remix the Mozart. Well, dum 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 dum.
Yeah, the neighbors are like, honey, it sounds like academia is coming to make war.
And he said he didn't understand modern music.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of that one release of the Star Wars music that was kind of discoized.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I remember the cassette was very yellow in Canada. Because we had that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember my dad was like, the Star Wars soundtrack, and put it on, and I was like, that's not it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it became like really big in the charts in the UK. It was played all the time, and you couldn't believe it when I went out and spent my 50 pence buying a Star Wars knockoff soundtrack album, only to find out it's all this classical shit. Where's the disco?
Yeah. That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I did eventually started falling in love with it, but that's besides the point. It's just like I want the disco. I do have an album that I created on my my own iTunes library.
A reel to reel pod.
It's called the Disco Star. and it's taking all the tracks that have been created, movie soundtracks that have been turned into disco tracks.
Oh wow!
So like Jaws, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Close Encounters, obviously Star Wars, and there's a whole bunch of like. You did that? Yeah, you did that. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's so naff. It's brilliant. Oh god, let's see if I can find it because I created a.
We should turn this into a room in our Discord where people can just go in and listen to that.
Yeah, I should send it in.
Yeah. The did you know disco could be cool room. We'll have to turn comments off. I just have a feeling. So, everybody in the chat there, everybody that's still with us, hanging out and so on, drop a thing in the live chat there. What in the last few days, did triggered you when you read it or saw it in the news and you were like, motherfucker, There's been a few. HP, you know how I like to dump on HP, right, Dunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. HP just did a thing where they took their lifetime warranties that were on a whole whack of products and rewrote it on their website and all to, it's now only 5 years. That's it. To them, that's lifetime. So if you buy an HP product, according to them, its lifetime is 5 years. That's it. Now, HP back in the day, like 2000s and stuff, they made some unbelievable laser printers. You can go to t-shirt shops and print shops and whatnot, and those older laser printers are still being used to this day because they kicked ass. And to think that you could spend $2,500 on a complete pro top of the line laser printer for a small to medium business and have it 5 years. That's it now. That's it. Wow.
Yeah, I've had my old HP for about 10 years now.
Yeah. The one that I had when I had a little home printing business doing t-shirts and stuff like that and posters and little bits of car stuff and whatnot. I bet that one is still working with the guy I sold it to because, I maintained it, kept it in top-notch shape. It had the cartridge resetter so that you could just refill the cartridges. The cartridges were separate to the drums, so you didn't have to worry about the cartridge drum wearing. It was a brilliant design, amazing piece of gear. And now they're just one of the worst companies anybody could ever deal with. HP, by the way, is who I'm talking about. Fuck them.
Yeah, there was an interesting video from Linus Tech Tips where they went out buying printers recently.
Yeah. I was surprised by a couple of things in that because there's some decent deals on color laser printers when the guy defaulted to black and white to save a few bucks, where it's not much more to get a color one. And, but I myself got the Epson EcoTank printer as well because Epson printers are unbelievable. So good. I've never, ever had a problem with one. Their head design is so good that you can just use piece of paper towel and Windex to clean a clogged head if you need to. And with it being the Eco Tank that you can just refill, hell yeah, sign me up, man. It's cheap as hell.
That was always the thing with the inkjet printers. If you're not using them often enough, the heads like just dry out. Clog. Yeah. What they need you to do is just like print a test sheet, whether you want one or not.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
week
that's
or so.
actually, if you have a more modern inkjet printer like one of the Eco Tanks, if it's set up and done properly, that thing should at like 3 a.m. or something every so often just do a print head cleaning to make sure. A print head cleaning sucks because it doesn't have cleaning fluid. It's just wasting your ink.
Yeah.
But at least with an Eco Tank, you have so much ink you'll never notice.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. They're the best.
Yeah.
Best. I mean, I'm a laser guy, which is expensive, but yeah. It's I don't change the cartridges very often, so.
Yeah. And the thing with the Eco Tank is, if you want to go into it a bit more, the laser's just, it takes the toner, puts it, and it works. It's awesome. With the Eco Tank, those ink tanks have lines that go to the printer, and it's called charging, right? So you fill the damn tanks, and then you turn the printer on, and it pumps the ink through the lines, and you watch your tanks just go down and down, and it goes down like 25%, you know? And it sucks, but it's not like you've lost the ink. It's in there, right? You know, it's just a little disconcerting. But here's what I really wish they had done with the Eco Tank, but this would be too professional and they wouldn't have done it. The little tanks that go into the printer should also be removable, because then you could have 4 tanks filled with printer cleaning fluid if you had a really bad clog. And I've done this with their professional printers. It works. And then you put them in and you just sit there and print and print and print until the cleaning fluid leaves this beautiful little, if you tilt the page just right, outline of what you're trying to print with no streaks missing or anything. And then you know you're good. You take them out, you put in your cartridges that have the ink in them, reprime the lines, and you're back to good. But the secret with the Epson printers is you just put a lightly sprayed with no ammonia Windex paper towel under where the print head goes. Turn the printer on, the print head moves a little to do its thing. Unplug it quick, and then you can just move the print head by your hand. And you just go back and forth over the Windex soaked, sort of, not drenched paper towel until you see beautiful lines of color in the streak. And then you know you're clean. It works brilliantly. Google it. Epson is the best printer to get.
Yeah, we always send out Dick Dawson for cleaning. Back to Solo again. I think thing is, a lot of people don't do printing anymore.
Yeah.
Most
don't even need it, really.
Yeah, I use the printer almost next to nothing like I used to back in the day, and the worst thing is though is it's schools and school children where they just generally expect you
to be able to print. Yeah,
have a printer and crank shit out. I mean, I've heard horror stories of kids,
same with legal stuff,
trying to print stuff, and you know, the print heads are clogged, and they got the assignment to do, and it's not coming out, and you know, what you printing? Oh, a picture of the night sky. Oh, fucking great! There goes the entire ink.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone.
Mm-hmm. How about we reverse it? Negative, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
the amount of times I've seen people printing just images of black stuff. It's like, oh, you cunt.
I know, because that, you know, and like if you're using those little cartridges, oh my God, is that costly? You know, even in laser, that's a lot of, you know, toner, but you know,
absolutely,
you know.
Like you're doing like an additive process where you start with black paper and put the the white bits on.
Well, with toner, you could have white toner. Ink is a little harder, but they've come up with it, especially because
there are some that do white toners.
Well, the white toner became a big thing with the direct-to-garment printers because for a lot of T-shirts, if you want to print an image on with a printer, first you got to lay down a base of white to print on. You can't just print on a blue shirt. You know what I mean?
Also, people who make model decals.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, white wasn't needed for the longest time, but then we started printing on more than paper. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are we
we're losing people talking about fucking printers.
Yeah. Well, not really, actually. Looking at the numbers, been hovering at 50 for a while. It's about right.
Yeah, they're not listening. They're watching somebody else.
I'm not listening. I'm watching something else.
Who said that? I wasn't listening.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Pardon?
I wasn't listening.
Who?
I don't know. I heard that. We'll leave it to the mods. They'll finish the show.
Mick Riley says he's all ears. He's enjoying it.
Oh, Ferengi, are
Yeah,
you?
yeah. He likes a bit of dirty printer talk.
Yeah. As long as she does Umax, I like that printer. Yeah. He figured we were talking about Trump's printer.
I mean, that was the funny thing about the early days of 3D printing, and it was saying, I remember saying to my son when he went to the 3D printer, I said, do you realize just how much of a fucking pain in the ass sometimes is just to get a decent 2D print from a just normal printer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you want to start doing it in 3 dimensions? That's gonna be a nightmare. And generally it was.
I remember when I had my little home printing business, so many times I had the conversation with a person. Oh, yeah, when I first bought my printer, it worked great. But afterwards, I can never get the picture to look proper anymore. And this was back in the day when you bought a printer, in the box, it would come with some paper. So they were using the manufacturer's printer, ink, and paper. So all the colors are calibrated to print on that specific white, because there's no such thing as white. There's different variations. And then
also the surface quality, the paper as well.
Right. So then you go to the store and just buy whatever damn paper you want and put it in.
It's $2.99 a ream.
Yeah, and it's now a different shade of white and different texture and the way the ink hits and stuff, and it looks like shit. Yeah. When I had my little home printing business, I had this device that would scan the paper, scan the inks, blah, 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 scan the screen, make sure everything was aligned so that red was always the same red. Everything was perfect. And that's hard to do when you're just changing paper willy-nilly or whatever, right? Or when you use third-party inks, it makes it even worse, right?
Yeah, they're all over the bloody place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's funny, But, I mean, for the most part, you can pretty much just get away with good enough unless you're looking for some photo quality, right?
Yeah, well, most people aren't trying to do that, are they? And even then, their concept of photo quality is not the same as a photographer.
Yeah, you get somebody who looks at an HDR thing and they go, "Wow, that's amazing," and you get other people go, "Oh my God, that's processed," right?
But then also you'll get people who they'll have images, photos, grandma and granddad or whatever. And they'll print them out, stick them on the frame, put them on the mantelpiece or on the windowsill.
Yeah,
and a year's time, it's just like a white piece of paper again.
Yeah. Totally. I remember I did a bunch of signs for a guy who had like fruit stands, right? And he was shocked by how cheap the quote was. And I said, well, look, I don't have that stupid, ridiculous, large laminator thing that you're going to need to do to these, but they'll be all ready with a plastic back mount and everything to being laminated. And he was like, okay, well, so he called another guy. He found out the laminate cost and was still like, yeah, this is great, blah, blah. So I made him the signs. And then he didn't laminate them and went and put them out. And then they got ruined in the weather and he got mad as if I did something wrong. And I had to show him in our emails back and forth. I was like, dude, you told me you had this priced out. You understood. It's not even like a breakdown of communication. Man, those people were so hard to deal with. Drove you crazy,
Yeah.
The kind of person that buys a gerbil at the pet store, brings it home, sets up the whole thing, blah, blah, and then goes back to the pet store in 3 weeks and goes, this gerbil's dead. Well, what did you feed it? What do you mean, feed it?
Yeah.
right? You know,
I've seen Star Trek in tribbles.
yeah. I've never seen Kirk feed those furry things.
No. Well, they were in the grain, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. They did
Space
eat
grain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It just couldn't get Vulcan grain, right? You speaking of space grain, Vulcans and stuff. There, planet Vulcan. The way they've always shown it to us.
Mm-hmm.
How could there be people from there? It doesn't look survivable.
It's a shitty bloody place, isn't it?
Yeah, like they must have gone underground and hydroponics and all kinds of stuff. Maybe that's why they're all vegetarians, because there was no way to save the livestock. Like, sounds like they went through hell,
Yeah, so many polystyrene rocks.
Yeah, exactly. And every one of them painted red,
And wobbled every time you landed on them.
Yeah. Man, it's funny when you go back to some of the older stuff and they pick up something that's supposed to be heavy, and then when they put it down, it just kind of rocks because it's not even level. Fuck, those scenes are funny, man. Why didn't they edit that little bit out? Like, you know what I mean? Just take that out. Why is it there?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I fix in modern day movies.
That's funny. No rockabye baby for you.
Just luxurious Corinthian leather.
Yeah. I love that. It's still one of my favorite quotes of all time. But, when you're watching those shows, Dunk, I always think to myself, why didn't they just make it heavier? Like, why? Like, just...
What? Also, why didn't they make the stunt actors look a bit like the people they were portraying?
No, that's true, right? When you got some Burt Reynolds guy trying to be Dolly Parton, just paint his mustache white,
I'm just literally talking Star Trek, and those scenes where there's like fights. That's just obviously not William Shatner.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. It's like, why is Chekhov fighting that guy? Oh no, it's Kirk again. No, it's Chekhov. No, it's Kirk.
They got away with murder.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny stuff. So I wonder if anybody caught any of our stream in the vertical shorts feed tonight. I wonder if that was a dumb idea or a good idea.
Can they chat?
I don't know. If they are, none of us are there. I mean, I don't even know where it is. I don't know.
So it wouldn't be in the same chat as this then?
Well, you would hope it would be in the same one, because why would they make it harder? Sorry, hold on a second here. I have a button for that. Of course they'd make it harder. There's probably a hidden live chat somebody and nobody's there. There's like 7 Russian bots just arguing amongst themselves.
Send Liam in, he'll sort them out.
Oh shit, that's what we need.
Yeah, Liam's the only shill mod that's got an open carry.
Hey,
in the streams.
RP Marson in the chat there says, I tried to hype. Hey, cool, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, he said you tried to hype.
Yes, but that's better than not trying. I don't know, right? It sounds positive.
And that's a mobile thing, yeah?
I think I only see hype on my phone. It's always bugging me. You have points. Yeah, bugger off. I should do that to our thing, I guess, because they gave you points, but they expire, right? Hold on here. Let me open this on my phone and see if I can hype. Okay, hold on. Mute that down before everything gets stupid.
Doesn't seem anyone is listening to the hype.
Listen live on YouTube Music. Oh, I guess if you're a premium person, we're a podcast as well. I don't see a hype button. Oh, I don't think you can do that to this channel. Only the other channel, the big channel. I don't think this channel's big enough yet. We need help growing this channel. Hit share and give us a shout on social media if you don't mind. That would be really handy. Yeah, I don't know. I can't make it do anything. Sometimes this shit doesn't work for me because I'm in Canada and they don't let me do it yet. I'm allowed to be a part of it through YouTube Studio, but I can't participate. Right?
Yeah,
like I can't do this gifting. I can only do super stickers still.
You could say sorry.
Sorry.
like a proper Canadian.
I don't think that was a sorry moment, actually. I think I was just doing that for you. Tomorrow, we got a lot of things that could come up tomorrow. It's going to be a very strange show. I think we'll need this button on more than one occasion.
And now for something completely different.
I think I'll keep that.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty much more of the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, but
depends on what you're talking about.
But tomorrow we'll have facts to go with it. This is just bullshit, you know. Oh, yeah. Lisa in the chat says hype works on replays, but not when live. Oh, that could be it. Good call. Thank you. Thank you. Hype.
But on mobile.
Yeah. I don't think it even comes up on computer.
Why?
Because it's all computer.
What? Why would they need to separate it?
I know. I've got a 65-inch television in the living room with a fantastic sound system, Onkyo bass, the whole 9 yards. Up here, I've got some really good studio monitors with a great system and whatnot. And yet YouTube is just dead set that I will use my phone. Fuck off. Jesus Christ, you know? Get the fuck out of your own way, man.
You haven't linked your phone into your sound system then?
Oh, that's one thing that drives me nuts. If I am on my Android TV, well, Android box-driven television watching YouTube, and then I decide to go out for a cigarette and I set my phone up and whatnot, boom, boom. The first thing YouTube on my phone does is, would you like to connect your devices? No, fuck off. And no matter what I try, I can't make either my phone or my television's Android box somehow stop doing that. Because I don't want that. It's moronic. Fuck off.
I remember years and years ago, there was a good friend of mine, Joe. He's hung around the channel a couple of times.
Rogan, yeah.
No, not that Joe, a proper Joe. And he was demonstrating this. There's this. Jesus Christ, this is going back fucking years now. But he was demonstrating the thing where his iTunes was connected to his phone proximity. So it would stop playing when he'd walk out the room, and then he'd come back in again and it would start playing. And he just kept doing it. So, Joe, stop walking in and out of the room. The music stops or it starts. Just fucking leave it on. If you're going to play music and we're all sitting in the room listening to it, stop walking in and out of the room. He just come in with a big smart grin on his face saying, look, he started playing again. Yeah, but I know. We sat here in silence.
I would go nuts with that because when I walk out of the room, if a tune's playing and I want to just go and refresh my drink of water and go back to folding laundry or whatever, I'm singing the tune. And when I walk back in the room, I'm usually within about a second of being right. And if I walk back in the room and then the tune restarted again, I would fucking start screaming. Oh my God.
You used to have those systems.
I have an Apple TV. I should see if it does that because I'll just fucking throw it away.
Was it like Sonos or something where they had like speakers in different rooms and it would follow you from room to room? Yeah, and it would start playing in a different room. And obviously, as long as you're carrying your mobile phone or whatever, because everybody does that in the house.
Yeah.
Carry your mobile phone around with you.
But Apple for the longest time has had AirPlay, and if I'm downstairs and I have my Apple TV as the brain instead of the Android TV box, I can pick to put the tunes on the speakers up here on my computer, as well as the speakers I have in my bedroom connected to an old Apple Airport Express, which still works. And then I can just put tunes on, click, click, and boom. Everywhere I walk in the house, I hear the music. It's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, but it doesn't switch off in the rooms where you're not sitting in.
But I don't want that. I don't need that. That's just fucking let it play. Who is it disturbing? Nobody. I don't give a fuck.
The environment, Dick.
Yeah,
the environment.
Fuck all that in a bucket of chicken.
That's why that fucking glacier fell in the pole. Because you and your fucking misuse.
Yeah, because I wasted
speakers.
4 watts playing music in a room I wasn't in for 80 seconds.
Yeah, you should be ashamed.
It's funny. And with my whole home server thing and everything, I can just bring up the damn music on my phone and go, okay, play on these speakers and these speakers. So like you're talking about with the speaker thing, I could do it manually, and I wouldn't doubt that there's a way I could let Apple do it automatic, but then it would start doing it when I didn't want it to. And, but the Apple AirPlay thing is amazing because it synchronizes all the speakers so that it's not fucked when you walk down the hallway and you can hear it playing from 2 bedrooms at once or something, right?
Yeah.
It's really good.
You don't get like a millisecond delay or
you don't get that toilet bowl reverby sound effect, right? It's really good.
That's kind of clever. How does it do that? How does it know?
It tests the latency of the different devices before it plays. It takes like 1 second before it starts playing because it does this little I'm intelligent fucking brainiac thing in the background, right?
So it sends in like a bat.
Yeah.
Just like just check the environment out.
Yeah, it's really good. And the old little Airport Expresses still work, and they also have a USB port on them and an Ethernet port. And it's just a little box. Plug it in, and you can use it to share a USB non-Wi-Fi printer with everything in your house. You could plug in a hard drive and use it as a file storage. You can use it as a range extender, but then use the Ethernet from it to plug into something to make it a bit more reliable. It's fucking amazing little tool that they stopped making, and it was way better than everybody else's, Because it's not just a range extender; it's so much more.
Yeah. Why did they stop making them?
I don't get it. I don't know. People loved them for like being their travel router, and all that kind of shit. Right? That was amazing. Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve McGowan's got a set of Yamaha NS on a Yamaha receiver and amp. That's awesome. I got similar up here with the speakers set up in my studio room, but downstairs it's some pretty heavy equipment on the sound system. But yeah, more like NS10 studio monitors up here.
I just listen to the music in the car now. That's the only place where I listen to it.
I like having music always, I was pleasantly surprised with my little.
I used to do that. I used to just have it on all the time, but
yeah,
just don't seem to do
Oh, I
anything.
don't have it on all the time, but if I'm cleaning, if I'm doing anything where I'm not paying attention to maybe like a video or something, music's playing for sure. You know, when I'm in the car, always tunes, right? I was pleasantly surprised with my old car and the little subwoofers and everything that are in it. Fuck, does it sound good? And it's a really strange, the woofers in the doors are a strange size, and the little subby sort of, they're not real subs, but they're pretty, like they rock. You know, you put on new boomy tunes and holy fuck is it loud. And they're a weird size too. So thank God they're good, right? Because I'd have to get in there, rip the interior apart, fucking cut the holes bigger, 3D print or something. It would be a nightmare, right? It'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's interesting that so much tech and work has gone into sound systems for cars.
Yeah,
I mean, it's because it's got to the point now where cars are kind of quiet on the inside without the music. So you know, you can actually have a decent audio experience, but can you imagine back in like 1912, you're driving your first Mercedes electric little chariot down the road, or a steam engine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to put some sounds on, and you get the gramophone out.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, they did that in America. I can't remember if it was GM or somebody, but somebody brought out a record player for in your car.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
I remember that.
But you know, in America, the 8-track cassette, the cartridge, became the mobile stereo of choice before we got the true cassette tape, right? And you know, of all people, who was partially behind bringing the 8-track cassette or cartridge to the market was Lear, like Learjet Lear.
Ah.
Yeah. And the 8-track was basically a ripoff of somebody else's cartridge. But because Lear had business connections all over America and this and that because of the jet company and so on and everything, boom, 8-tracks, man.
No. Learjet had connections with discovered alien technology.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So aliens had the 8-track before we did.
There you go. So it all comes from Mars, people.
Yeah, it's all the aliens.
Yeah. I remember the changeover from 8-track to proper cassette tapes, 4-track cassettes, you know, and oh, wow, was that awesome. You know, my dad was a stereo guy. We had awesome audio gear when I was a kid, like Telefunken stuff and all kinds of really good crap. And he was the kind of guy to go and get the early Alpine decks and have them stuffed into his cars and whatnot. It was great. It was cool.
Well, that was the thing about the 8-track is, you know, it would just like cut out.
Yeah.
At the end, in the
and
middle
you had
of
to
track.
flip to get the song to keep playing.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about the just the cassette tape, when they were like producing albums, they made it perfectly aligned so the B side would time-wise would be the same as the A side. And so when that, you know, it's not like they were recording onto a Memorex C90. You know, they timed it perfectly so that the tracks would be, you know, equal on each side.
Well, speaking of which, go back in time to the days of the LP, the album, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes
you got the little short bit on the end of the
right. Sometimes you could not balance the songs to make it work. So the band would just write a little 3-second song to stuff one side of the record with, and it would be the hit. You know, it's actually happened that we just got to balance the side song actually becomes the thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's always at the end of the album where the fidelity is at worst.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, there was, my son and I are still into records. We've got an Audio Technica turntable now, and we bought it because it has a.
Who doesn't? That's the only turntable of choice.
We weren't going to go and futz around with you or old stuff and whatnot. I would now, but at the time, we were just going to get into it. But we didn't buy like the $150 one. We did get a better one, and it's got a good cartridge and everything. But we also got it because it's got a built-in preamp stage, and my Onkyo home receiver doesn't have a phono stage to it. It's too new, right? But holy fuck, it's not boosted enough. I've got to get something better. If I've got the tunes on 35 and I'm playing off the Plex server or Jellyfin or whatever, we go to the turntable and I got to put it to 50. And I know that's just the preamp isn't pushing enough in, right? Even like a $40 or $50 little preamp on Amazon would be better. But I'd rather get a good one. So
the thing is, I remember that back in the day with your hi-fi system, and you got the what the leads called?
RCAs.
The RCA leads that you connect up with, or you got your CD player, your cassette deck, and your mini disc or whatever, and then you got your fucking record player that has to go into its own special.
And it has to have a ground, right?
Yeah, it's just like, why do you have to make that one so different to everybody else? Why can you just like make it so that can just go into any of the fucking? Yeah.
Well, I could explain it, but
I know. I know. It's all about
the EQ curve, the RIA.
There's a lot to it, but it's like, you could have just made it an equal player in amongst.
But the
other guys.
But the problem is making it an equal player meant, do you spend for a good preamp or do you put a shit one in? I look back on all the record vinyl days and think to myself, why the fuck didn't the good expensive turntables just put their own preamp in there? So they sold us the whole goddamn thing. We could just plug it into whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, like when I was 10 years old or whatever, we had some serious gear in our house, right? So, a cassette sounded as loud as a record and whatnot, right? No big deal. But that wasn't always the case. Case in point being the one we have, I really got to get a preamp for it. I don't use it as much as I would because of that. You can just hear it's not thick enough. It's thin. And that's because that whole EQ curve that has to be put back to a record, it sucks on this preamp,
Mad Mullets in the chat says, I use shit audio. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a good one. But good stuff. Well, we should probably think about putting the wraps to things. Oh,
I can't rap.
Rap? Body rap?
Rapping all day. I'm rapping all night.
I'm rapping the cucumber with the yogurt sauce. It's in a falafel.
Yeah, I got spaghetti all over my t-shirt. Hang on, I'm misquoting that. I threw up my mum's spaghetti all over my t-shirt, and now I look like a mess. Sorry, Eminem.
Yeah,
can't remember your lyrics.
Yeah. It was something like that,
Yeah.
Blame D12. I don't know. So, big thanks to the team today.
What's left?
Yeah, we got Mexi Girl, Shayna Caldwell, PJ CNET, David Worley, Alchemist, Chris Lundy, Liam Wakefield, and let's all put hearts in the chat because we have lost moderator Jose.
No, we haven't lost him. He's a Jedi ghost.
Oh, we should. That's interesting. We need a Jedi ghost of Jose that can just pop in and say, hey, guys, still watching. That'd be cool.
I'm sure he'd like that.
Yeah. Man, what a day. So, I don't know. We'll find out in algorithm madness that they call YouTube Studio if streaming vertical as well was a good idea or a bad one.
It's gonna be stupid. You know it.
Yeah.
You know. It's because YouTube wanted you to do it. Which means
going to backfire.
It's going to be shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'll go, what did you do that for? Who you asked us? Yeah, but it's stupid. Yeah, but you asked us to do it.
Yeah, it'll be like buying a dead bird, It'll be a Monty Python skit.
I saw a great video the other day about it's like how YouTube developed itself, and it's like I mean, do you realize like how many? It's like YouTube gets 24,000 terabytes of new data each and every single day.
Yeah.
You can't even plug in the fucking hard drives fast enough to cover that.
You know how many immigrant workers have to be installing hard drives as a full-time job to make that happen?
I just don't understand how that can even happen. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, there must be just trucks showing up with spinning rust all day to fucking store that shit,
Never mind SSDs. We can't fucking afford that. Just hard drives, more hard drives.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. And so much of it is completely unintelligible and worthless. So,
well, we thank you for adding to that.
Yeah, or at least watching us add to it.
Yeah. We're doing what we can.
Yeah, exactly. Unintelligent to the end, worthless to the bone.
Unintelligent from the start.
So we got to get the hell out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for liking. Hopefully you share. Hopefully you subscribe. Stick around. We'll post some more stuff on the main channel. Find it at TheShills. And until there, be there or be square.
Yeah, go out in the streets and kick some bloody people in the nuts and say, go watch the show, you bastards.
You bloody bastards. See you soon, everybody.
Keep your dick in the vice.
Stay shilly.